620 episodes. Right here with me, we have Jeffrey Scott Duval. Jeffrey was my yoga teacher during my teacher training, and I am honored to have him back in the beginning of 2018 at the time that we have been taping. We are taping today. We're in the beginning of a new year. So, what a great way to start the new year. We ended the episodes with Jeffrey's episode. We ended 2017 with Jeffrey's episodes, and now 2018 we are starting. That is a real, right, very cohesive transition. So Jeffrey has. I'm not going to tell you too much about Jeffrey. I'm actually going to have Jeffrey talk to you and tell you guys a little more about himself because 2017 to 2018 is a long time. You guys may have. Actually, Jeffrey's hard to forget. But if you want to visit his website to jeffreyscottduval at yoga.com. And Jeffrey
yoga.
I'm sorry, not
yeah, it's weird.
Did I just say that? jeffreyscottduval.yoga. Thank you. And I always wonder how you got that .yoga.
No idea.
Right.
GoDaddy.
Oh, is that where you got it? Oh my God. Free plug-in for GoDaddy too.
Yeah. They had it,
that
so
is
I thought,
unusual. Yeah.
why not?
That's right. And I do love your website, by the way. It's very
Oh.
simple, very elegant, and you have all the essentials right there. So I love it. Jeffrey is also you're also on Instagram and Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't quick enough to read that, but he's also on Instagram and Facebook. It's back there again. Good. Thank you so much, Antonio and Lizette. Jeffrey Scott Duval and Instagram, Jeffrey Duval. We have on our crew, technical director Antonio Camacho, and our director is Lizette Perez. Thank you so much for being there with us at the beginning of the new year. And Lizette, if you don't mind, could we have the body music going up just a little bit because I'm going to acknowledge the musician, Cesar De Para. Cesar has created the body music just for our show. I also want to acknowledge our facilitator, Malik Parker. Malik, thank you so much for making my turtle look nice and blue this time. A new start to the new year. We've always had a purple, nice lavender color. He or she got a facelift, that's right. So, Jeffrey, I am excited actually to start the new year with you. So, can you give me a little bit of heads up? I saw you practicing and doing headstands before we started. I'm a little concerned. Am I going to start my new year with a headstand?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Well, I was inspired by the turtle, so I thought maybe we'll try to get into a turtle, but I was thinking we might try to do the sundial pose. Do you know that pose?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, well, we'll try it.
Yeah.
It's relaxed because it's seated, but it's also kind of putting
Movement.
your leg up. And
You're kidding. If you can get my
the-
foot behind my neck.
not that one, but, this whole business of, getting your shoulder
Oh, wow.
under and then straightening the leg. We'll see how far we get.
Yeah, I hope you can demonstrate.
You might not get that
for
far
me.
at
I,
home.
I wouldn't get even
We've
halfway.
been frozen under snow, so we're very stiff. So.
Oh, you're very kind. You know very well. I can, even if it was nice and warm, I couldn't do that.
We're not like in LA where you just walk outside and do
And
a
everyone's
split.
doing,
Yeah.
doing the splits.
We're wearing, we have to work. Yeah.
The layers are going to come off after a while. The studio temperature is cold because we have expensive
Oh, it feels
equipment.
good in here.
It feels nice, right?
Yeah, whoops.
Oh, that reminds me.
Sorry.
Actually, no, that's a good idea, actually. Thank you for that. For those of you who want to come join us, and you can go on my website too. It's a very simple sequence. We try to stay within the parameters of simple stretches, and if my crew can pick that up, maybe. If not a problem. Just go to my website, Yogaxpress.com. So, Jeffrey, if you can also very quickly, about 30 seconds, tell our viewers a little more about yourself. I know you were a dancer.
Yes. I actually discovered yoga through dancing, so I had to take I don't know if I said this before. I had to take a college course
For dancing?
when I was studying modern dance.
Ah.
No, for yoga.
For yoga, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I really thought it was amazing, and I just kept doing it. So here
And
we are. Big
was it for
time.
an injury? Was it
No,
an injury
it was just required for the curriculum. It was part of the curriculum
Yoga was part of your
for
curriculum?
both my undergraduate and graduate actually
that is
here
so
as
cool.
well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, because it's very good for dancers. 'Cause it helps them even out because dance is so often
Right.
one-sided.
Because it's a lot of movement, right?
Well, it's asymmetrical. You have a phrase, you might
Ah.
jump 5 times on one foot or something, and not
Okay.
the other one. So it's very balancing for dancers. But as you know, even your tagline is
Moving the body.
it's for the
to
mind
slow.
eventually to be even as well, to be balanced
Right.
as well. So
I remember from our training too.
yeah.
You taught us so many dance steps, and I'm not much of a dancer, so I felt pretty clumsy, but it was beautiful to watch you, so that
We
was
might
great.
dance.
Someday.
We'll see.
So I'm all
You ready
set.
to go?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, we're going to start the new year off with some Kapalabhati. So I hope you didn't just have lunch.
Oh,
or
I did
breakfast
actually.
or
Not
dinner.
kidding.
Never eat before yoga, unless you're starving. That's
Right.
okay. So if your stomach is empty, you can bring your hands onto your belly. If your stomach is full, you can just breathe with us slow. Let's do a couple of inhales and exhales, nice and slow.
Do we need a tissue?
Maybe you might want to have
Okay,
a tissue
no,
handy.
that's fine. Maybe next time.
And we're going to pretend to cough. So when you cough, those are the same muscles that you're going to use to exhale.
Ah,
The air is going to, I learned that from my teacher, Maria. The air is going to get pushed out of the nose. And then as you inhale, the belly expands.
that's a great tip. Okay.
So, or like you're laughing, right? The same ha 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 ha. Those same muscles.
Got it.
For Kapalabhati means skull shining breath. So we're doing this to kind of wake up and to energize the respiratory and circulation system, right? So we're only going to do like 30 because that's a reasonable amount, right?
Right.
So we'll do 2 sets, so a total of 60. Okay. So sit with a nice tall spine. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale halfway and begin to pump. Good, and exhale all the way out. Good, inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good, you have powerful lungs. That was,
Now I have
Did
to
you
see
hear
if I
that?
last the second round.
that was intense. That was good. So, yeah, you don't want to rush this. A lot of people try to do a lot of them, and what ends up happening is they kind of get this bunny breath, and
Right.
it's better to do slow and steady rather than hyperventilate. Yeah,
And you said 30? 30
it's about
strokes.
30.
About
Mhm.
30.
Yeah. Also, you don't want to do this breath if you're pregnant or if you're
No
if you've
problems there.
you've had a large meal. Okay, so one more set. So deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale halfway. And begin to pump your breath. Kapalabhati is sharp, quick exhales out through the nose. As you exhale, the navel goes in. You're forcing the air out of the nose. As you inhale, the navel expands. So Kapalabhati is called skull shining breath because it's believed to make your complexion rosy, right? Because you're releasing all that stagnant energy or residual volume. You could say old prana in the lungs. We've done over 30 now, so let's exhale.
Well, the rosy complexion sort of made me keep going.
You
Oh,
got
I want that.
motivated.
I want that. Yeah.
Yeah, it does make you rosy though, right?
Oh,
But
yeah,
the
I feel
reason
flushed, yeah.
the reason it stimulates your skull center is because it's pumping the prana up the sushumna
Right.
and activating all of this. Yeah.
So a lot of oxygen going to my brain.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I need that.
Yes.
It
All
is
right.
winter.
So now we're gonna come on to hands and knees. And very simple cat and cow. So as you exhale, round your back, head heavy. As you inhale, roll your chest open. Good. Exhale, press down. Lift up from your belly. Good. Inhaling, you can make the sound of the ocean, Ujjayi breath. Couple more times. Exhale. Make sure this feels good in your back, in your joints. Inhaling. You never want to do anything in yoga that causes harm or discomfort. You want to always make sure you're practicing ahimsa, which is translated as non-violence, but I like to just translate it as be loving to yourself, right?
More positive way, yeah.
Yeah, be loving. Be kind to your body. And now, if you're ready for down dog, push the floor away. Push the hips away. Try to straighten your arms. Lengthen through your legs. If you feel discomfort, just go back to hands and knees, and you're going to gradually build up the muscles around the shoulders, the deltoids, for example, triceps, all the muscles around the shoulder. Eventually, you'll feel strong enough to press back into a down dog. And then if you can, let your head drop down like a heavy fruit. Good. And now we're going to walk the feet forward. Come into a forward bend. And you can have your feet hip width apart if that feels better, or all the way together. You can bend your knees if you need to. Let your head hang down. Now, as you root through your feet, draw your navel in, and we're going to come up all the way to stand, lifting arms up. And exhale. Hands come back to heart center. So very simple. Inhale. Lift your arms up. Good. Exhale, dive all the way forward. We're doing yoga on TV. From here, inhale, lift up halfway. I hope you're doing this with us and not just watching. Step back into downward dog, right? So you can talk about yoga as much as you want. You can watch yoga. But it's really not your yoga unless you actually do it, right?
Absolutely.
So on an inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, and you're going to do the best you can. Exhale, step your foot forward to lunge. Warrior 2. Turn your back foot down and windmill your arms open into Virabhadrasana 2. So eventually you want to get this right angle here. I'm not going all the way because it's the first couple of rounds. We're just going to pulse, right? So as you inhale, lift up a little bit. And as you exhale, go deeper into your lunge. Inhale, push down through your hands, navel in. Exhale, knee over your ankle. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. So now turn your front palm up, and we're going to roll back to side warrior. Then keep your knee bent. Exhale, flow to the other side. This is a popular vinyasa because it's so effective. Inhale, coming up again. So feeling the opening in the hip. Exhale, flow to the side. And one more time. Inhale, reach back. Reverse. Exhale, flow side. Good. Now we're going to come up to warrior 2. Exhale. Hands come down. Lower your back knee. Come onto all fours. Hands and knees. Cat and cow again. Exhale. Rounding. Inhale, chest open. Twice more. Exhale. Good. Inhaling again. And one more time. Exhale, lift from the belly. Now you're going to inhale, keep that opening in your chest as you push back to down dog, and then let the head relax at the bottom of your exhale. Good. 5 breaths in down dog. Upper arms spin away from the head to make room for the tops of the shoulders. Inner thighs spin in to broaden the back of the sacrum. Anytime you need to bend the knees a little bit to create more space, you can always do that. So left side. Inhale, take your left leg up to the sky. One-legged downward dog. Exhale, step your foot forward to your lunge. Turn your back foot down. We're going to come back to warrior two. Windmilling open. Make sure that left knee is over your ankle. Back legs extended. And then the pulse, so like wings. Inhale, arms go down. And as you exhale, press your left shin forward. Back then lifting. Inhale again. Good. And as you exhale, try to bring that front leg to a right angle. Just go as much as you can without too much discomfort. Inhaling again. And as you exhale, keep drawing your navel in, feeling that left sitting bone tucking under. From here, inhale, flow back, reverse. And exhale, flow side. Lift up and over, elbow to your thigh. Good. Inhale, flow back. Feel the opening through the side waist. Exhale, side angle. Lift up and over. And one more time. Inhale, flow back. Reverse. And exhale, side. Good. Now come all the way back up to warrior two. And exhale, come down to all fours. From here, open up your knees, big toes touch, and come into a child's pose. In child's pose, if the forehead is touching, it helps to open up the third eye. If you want to put a pillow, or if you happen to have a block, you could put one there too as well. So if I had an office job, I would go into, well, I wouldn't do this in the bathroom because that wouldn't be very cleanly, but I would try to find a way to do child's pose at work about every 25 minutes. So now we're going to come back up onto hands and knees.
I was just seeing myself in the public bathroom.
And we're going to come to sit. So once I made a joke, like before Thanksgiving, I said, during the dinner, feel free to excuse yourself to go to the bathroom and do like headstand. And someone literally thought I meant like on the toilet. I did not mean that. So bring your right foot in. Spin the right thigh open. Lift your arms up. And now we're going to go side. So take your left hand down and flow to the side. Then inhale, come up to the center. And then flow to the other side. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, flow side. Try to keep both of the hips grounded. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, flow side.
You must have many eyes. You could see my knee coming up, huh?
Then inhale, lift up. I can see everything. Exhale, fold forward. You may not be able to hold your foot. If that's the case, you could use what are they called? Straps?
Yes,
yeah,
straps.
or a belt or a tie. Then we're going to come up for boat pose, right? So bend your knees. Find the balance point. Hands press. And if you can, straighten your legs. Now the right foot's going to come down. See if you can catch the outer edge of your foot. Lift your left arm up, and twist. Good. So if this is easy for you, then you might be able to cross your left ankle on top of the right.
It's not easy, but I'm going to give it a shot.
And bring your right hand here.
Oh, okay.
So this is still good. Are we good?
Yep.
Maybe lift up. Get a little bit of arm strength because we didn't do chaturanga, which we should have done. Then we're going to come down, and you're either going to just take your big toe and extend the leg out to the side, or take that same grip, catch the outer edge of your foot. This arm is going to go under.
I knew you were preparing me for that. Oh.
And
wow.
I'll show, maybe you can peek under this arm.
Okay,
right?
my crew has to get shots of Jeffrey in this, not of me.
The compass pose, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Try that. Is there a way I can modify this?
Yeah,
So
you
I
can just
please
take your
try.
Oh,
okay.
leg out like this,
That I can have.
and then feel like Trikonasana.
Okay.
So if you can take your leg out to the side, there you go. You can even go like this if you want. Yay. All right, other side, come back. Bring your left knee in. Inhale, lift your arms up. And we're gonna flow to the right. So usually you flow directly forward, but anytime you want to mix it up, flow side, just add the side waist opening before you go forward, and it really does a lot of amazing stuff in terms of opening up the body, opening up the fascia. So turtles don't get outside of their shell that much. Can you imagine doing yoga if you were a turtle, right?
I know. I've always visualized myself getting into some difficult posture in outer space where there's no gravity. That's the only time I can really do a full lotus or anything.
Couple breaths here. Well,
curious.
did you read the story about the guy that came back from outer space? He was out in outer space for like
And
a year or something.
Did yoga there? Well, yeah.
Well, his body, he's all messed up
Oh.
from
Oh, wow.
without the gravity, you know. His legs became kind of like these little stumps.
Oh. All right. I just want to do yoga and come back. I don't want to stay there.
That's what happens when you go into outer space for too long, right? Maybe
Wow.
grab your
A
foot.
year is a long time.
I don't think it was a year, but it was a lot. So this is revolved heron. Then we're going to come into the pigeon stretch. Cross your ankle over your knee.
It's odd. This foot feels stiffer than the other side.
Yeah.
Right? So that's
The
normal.
body will be
hopefully.
different. Yep. So you're externally rotating. And then you might be able to pop up your hips. Good. Strong. Now we're going to come down. Try to take your foot now. And either take the easy version, this is still pretty intense, or you can take your arm under.
I'm just so tempted, but I know. All right. I just don't want to get stuck.
Yeah, if you reach the spot where you feel stuck,
Yeah.
that's when to stop.
Right.
Because if you push beyond that point, we don't know what's going to happen to
Yeah.
the hips.
So is this doing any good up
Yeah,
to here?
yeah.
I can manage till here.
Yeah. And I'll
Stay
just
here.
show
Yeah.
the version
Oh, wow.
of compass, right? And this is the easy version. So imagine doing this
Oh, there's a
as an
fuller
arm,
version. Oh, my God.
well, as an arm balance, or
Oh,
as standing on one foot.
I think what do they call that secondary experience? I can watch you and then pretend that I'm doing the arm balance. That's
Oh,
what
like
we
a
have.
visceral experience?
Visceral experience.
Visceral.
Is that what it is?
Good. All right. So now we're going to get ready for turtle. So first, Baddha Konasana. Exhale, fold down. Now, if you're not blessed with naturally open hips, then it's totally fine to sit like this with blocks or pillows underneath your knees. You want to feel your external rotation of the thigh bones, rooting from the pelvis, and you're melting forward. Chin can be relaxed. Good. I can tell Banu likes this pose.
I
'cause
love
she
it.
looks very comfortable
I like
and
this
relaxed.
and the pigeon.
Yeah.
Not the one that you showed. That was hard.
Yeah.
But just a standard pigeon.
Well, this one's going to be hard too. So you can either stay here,
Okay.
or you're
Just
going to
gonna
take
watch.
your legs wide,
And then arms. Oh.
bring your arms under, and if you can, push your legs
That
down
looks fun.
so you come into the shape of the turtle. Right?
Okay, crew, you know what to do if I get stuck here.
You might get stuck. That's good. Yeah.
This is enough for me. I
That's
think
good.
I'll stay here.
Yeah. Now, if you want, you can pulse. So bend your knees a little bit, come up, and exhale. Yeah. Good. Very good.
So I feel like a turtle
You're
swimming
going
in water.
into your shell. Mm-hmm. Great. Excellent. Remember, if that's too intense, you can stay here. So I think that's about all the time we have for today.
Antonio and Lizette, how are we doing for time? Oh, we have the credits up. Viewers
Yeah, we
out
lost
there.
track of time, literally.
Yeah, I know, but that was fun.
So
It didn't feel
namaste.
too difficult.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
If you
that
have
was
time,
a great
you would
workout.
then go onto your back.
That was a great
And
workout.
relax.
I enjoyed it. Viewers out there, you know how to get in touch with us. You know how to find Jeffrey. JeffreyScottDuval.yoga. Look him up.
Good night, everybody.
Enjoy and make sure you practice every day. Thanks, Lizette, Antonio, and Malik. Thank you for staying there with us. And Happy New Year to everyone at the time of taping. So this is probably going to air in March, but we will repeat good episodes like this more often. So Lizette, Antonio, how many minutes do we have? We have about 30 seconds? Because Jeffrey and I can just breathe or whatever Jeffrey has. Oh, we're done.
It was fast.